We'll go back to Coach and Mike. Obviously not the performance that you wanted after that game against Florence there, but you had that touchdown. We were talking about in the booth that sometimes you just need that dose of positivity. So what did that do for your team's mindset to be able to end this game with a touchdown?
Well, I don't think that it really helped a whole lot. I think they're pretty sad right now. I mean, we came in the week, we thought we had a good game plan. We thought we could be competitive, and clearly I think we were in the game till about the third quarter, and then you can just see it, everything took over. But for them, at least they got on a scoreboard. I mean, we had some tough weeks last year, and at least this year we put points on the board every week, and that's moving forward.
And what was the thing that you saw in that third quarter? You said that you guys were kind of in it there until obviously some of the things started going your way. What kind of turned the tide for you guys?
I mean, to be honest, and long and short is we only got 11 kids essentially we play with. And, in a game like this, it was a war of attrition, and our kids got tired. We had a couple injuries that kids tried to fight through, and clearly at that point they just imposed their will on us, and our kids just, they kept fighting. There's no quitting any of those kids, but clearly the team that, had a few more players, a little more energy, had to have more at the end of the game.
I will say this, it seemed like towards the end of that second quarter, there was a few more missed tackles. It seemed like that got cleaned up a lot in the third quarter, and as the defensive coach, you got to be happy with at least that improvement there. Yeah,
we talked a lot about it, and actually we're talking on our headsets about it. A lot of our kids, you could see in the second, the third quarter, we were just better, and a lot of it is rest. I mean, we can condition all we want, but it's really hard to ask a kid to play for 48 minutes straight.
And now you'll head into NEW Lutheran Oneida Nation Week and talk about that preparation a little bit.
It's kind of interesting. I was actually talking to Wade about it early right now. I haven't watched a lot of their film yet this year. I don't know what to expect. They got a new coach, so we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be interesting. And then what are they going to do, because next year they split, so I don't really know what's going to happen, to be honest with you. I don't know if we're going to get mostly what NEW does or if they got a split match staff. It's going to be interesting. The film's going to tell me hopefully a lot that we can learn to be ready for next week.
How does a game like this, where obviously Algoma is a pretty physical team, we've seen NEW Lutheran be a physical team as well, what does that kind of do to get you ready for that game?
Well, I think clearly, at least United normally has some similar numbers to us, so their kids are going to be playing about as much as ours. But clearly we'll be ready. This was a much more physical game than last week. Actually, one of the things I talked about in the pregame was, listen, last week we won, but you're going to have to amp up the ante this week. We know they're going to bring it. Clearly, we knew we matched them pretty well in the scrimmage, so I knew we were going to get a couple extra special plays tonight, and we did exactly that.
Well, Coach, we'll let you hop on the bus, get back to school, and we'll see you again next week when your boys take on NEW Lutheran Oneida Nation.
Sounds good, Tim. Thanks.